evening, everybody. Welcome to Thursday. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone can hear me this week. Mic's all working. Seems to be. So, how's everyone's week? What did you think of the Hornby announcements? Let me know. I've been doing some work. That's this week's video. Channel members already seen it. I've started on the scenics, so there's work actually happening on the layout. Right, let's get over to the chat, see who's in. Do the usual couple of minutes of fumbling around on my phone to try and get the chat up. And I think I seen Ross was the first off the mark there at about 4:20. We got Flymo in. How you doing, Flymo? I seen you in the chat of the Hornby live that was on earlier on. It was very strange seeing your name without a spanner. Leslie Gilpin's in as well. Hi, Leslie. How you doing? Oh, Lizzie is in from South Africa. Good evening, Lizzie. Hope you're keeping well. Who else we got coming in? Oh, see, there's the usual thing. The chat just disappears. Oh, it's popped back again. I'll go back as far as I can. Okay, Summer Breeze Model Railway's in. John and Holly, good evening, guys. Maura's in as well. Good evening, Maura. Simon Trains Model Railway. Dara's Locomotive Shed. Good evening, Dara. How you doing? Tom Houston's in as well. Good evening, Tom. I see someone saying hello to RGJ Train, so I presume Rob and Grace are in as well. Good evening, guys. Scott Wood, good evening. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, good evening. Who else we got in? If I've missed anyone, sorry, but I'm sure your name will pop up. You got any questions? Pop them up now. Oh, Brian Madden's in. How you doing, Brian? There's Ross. Hermitage Road Pete's in. Good evening, Pete. How you doing? Just going through. You got any questions? Pop them through. Oh, Ross says he's getting the new Black 5. Very nice. Maura liked the Hornby announcements. Flymer says, Seagull Mark. An A4, a few folks are missing from the collections. Yes, that seemed quite a popular one, Seagull. Missed out in the coronation coaches, the West Riding coaches do just fine. Okay, that's what Andy says. Ross has ordered the coronation with weathering. Joshua W6 Gaming's in. Good evening, Joshua. How are you doing? Tonight's unofficial sponsor, yes. They're back on camera. You'll notice I've got this in because I've started doing the scenic, so we've got Railcar 4 going around as well. Oh, actually, let's put it down to the 4 screen so you're not just staring at me. There we go. Ooh. Where will I stand? I'll stand here. Newland Railway's in. Clive, good evening, Clive. I was watching the video on your purchases there the other evening. What was it you called that? American Loco, it was for extra power. Oh, what did you call it? I can't remember now. And Tom says, no, I'm not buying more Locos. Not, well, maybe just one. Who else we got in? Larry says, hey, I don't mind, Mark. I see my name in the comments, so get used to it. Lizzie says, I think Hornby is starting off slow. More surprises maybe later in the year. Yes, I think their TT120 announcement, I think they said is in April, and then they're going to have other announcements in June and September, I think they said. They were very cagey on the live stream because I had that in the background while I was getting things ready, and they were a bit cagey about what's coming up because they said there might be some new buildings, or there might not. There might be some new locos. There might not. So, who knows? Cav, that was it. Summer Trains Model Railway. There are some good choices for the Hornby announcements with those spring buffers and tension lock couplings. Those two things always throw me up the wall. Yeah, I think they need to, even if it's an old mold or whatever, they need to update it so they've got NEM sockets. Alan White's in the house. Good evening, Alan. How are you doing? Flemmer says, do fancy the Seagull, the Coronation coach, the Beaver Tail racing coach. Yeah, I seen those. What show was I? I think it was, yes, it was in the open day in Worley. Somebody had full rake of those coaches with the Beaver Tail, and it did look nice going around. And I did have a chance over the summer because somebody was actually selling them off second hand, and I didn't jump at it because I thought, no, I've got enough. Didn't like it enough to get it. Clive says, hi Flymo, plenty more purchase videos. I've just edited a load more for upload. Ross says, I fancy the 8.4 set with the Pullmans. Springs and sprungs for sure. John Holly Summer Breeze, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and support Mark if you can by sharing the live. Always very much appreciated. And just have to crack open a Dr. Pepper because I can feel my throat getting dry already. Oh, I cut my nails this week, so I can't quite get the ring pull out. Anyway, cheers, guys. Oh yeah, and I've got a Sprite 0 sugar if I run out of Dr. Pepper, which I probably will. Can you run the Black 5 if it's possible? I will. Just remind me later on, give me about half an hour to let these run around because I've done some, as Richard from New Junction would say, done some fettling with the track. So I want to run that around anyway and just see if it's, because it was derailing on part of it and I want to run it around to make sure it runs okay. So I will do that later. If I get the West Riding coaches, they don't need the Beaver Tail, which I think is ugly anyway. The Coronation locomotive is also an eye catcher. I like the new tooled Class 60 in railroad spec. Pretty good price, yeah. There's the link for the train set shop, my unofficial sponsor. It's no good. It's good job no one was playing a drinking game with the word sprung buffers was mentioned every time in the announcements. Yeah, it's become such a thing now, such a novelty, and I don't. It's a gimmick, yeah. It's on there. People seem to go crazy for it. It's something of nothing to me, really. Like it's not. I suppose unless you have proper close couplings, the buffers never come into contact with the buffers on the rolling stock. Dr. Pepper is an icon on the streams now. Yeah. Well, usually if you see me at any shows, I've got a bottle of Dr. Pepper with me. And if I can't find anywhere that sells Dr. Pepper, because there's a surprising amount of places that don't sell it, I can get very grumpy. My unofficial sponsor, Donegal Railway, you know. Oh, there's Kev. How you doing, Kev? You missed out on Tuesday night. Unfortunately, Kev had to work late, so he wasn't able to get to the club night. It was the first time we met up since before Christmas. Yeah, we had a good night. We got all the locos and everything in the track serviced in the museum, gave it all a good clean, got it all up and running. Put away the Christmas layouts, so they're back in store. I did actually shoot a little video, which is actually edited and everything, and it's ready to go out. So I'll probably put that out at the beginning of next week as a sort of bonus video for next week. As I say, the video for this scenic bit here, which is probably going to go over 3, if not 4 videos. The first installment of that is out on Saturday. Channel members will already see it. So, and it's great to be starting this now because I feel like, yeah, this is the bit I enjoy doing. It's when your model railway starts to come alive. And already I've done this plaster of Paris. This is the first layer, and I'm looking at it going, I want to change something already. So I'm going to make, after the stream, I'm probably going to make a few changes on this. So it'll dry overnight, and then tomorrow maybe I can get in and I can put the final layer of plaster of Paris on. And yeah, get cracking with the scenery. Actually, I'm going to turn the heating down in here because since I've moved this around, you can see there's a radiator over there now. So I'll be able to have that on because before the layout was over and I couldn't have it on. So actually this room warms up quite well with, but I just had a little blow heater here. Just to take, to warm the room up, and I'm switching it off now because it's just getting too warm. Curascale do sprung buffers for their diesels for a couple of quid a set, so they're not expensive. Valley 56, Chris, I don't think I said hello to you. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Andrew 56 is in. Good evening, Andrew. 156, how are you doing, sir? Oh, it's your favourite fizzy drink, is it? Platform 7A is in as well. Good evening, how are you doing? Donegal Dad Rail is the official sponsor of the Donegal Railway Heritage Museum. When that video comes out, you'll see some of the layouts and everything. And as I keep saying, money from my patrons, channel members, and the ad revenue from here, I use that to buy bits and pieces for the layouts to keep them running. New bits of rolling stock, cleaning materials, building materials, all that scenic materials for keeping it as fresh as possible. So don't use any of that money for myself. It all goes to the museum. So your support is very much appreciated. Any super chats, super thanks, things like that. That's where it all goes. Morris has just watched that video, Mark. No stopping you now. No. Cracking on with it. It's a bit I enjoy doing, you know, the scenery, and it really makes it come alive. You always find that when you're when you're doing it in sections, you're working your way around the layout. When you get back around to where you started, you go, I think I could do that a bit better. You start again and you keep going away around. And that's how you improve your skills all the time. I'd say one thing I did like was the A4 with the Pullman coaches train set. Seen it was, and I thought it wasn't a bad price actually for that train set. Seen you got 2 ovals of track. You got the coaches with the light up table lamps in them, and although it was a plastic body A4, it came with the steam generator, and it was, I think the recommended retail was 500 quid, which I didn't think was too bad, seeing I had the HM7000 sound chip in it as well. I thought that's the sort of thing that maybe someone who's had their kids and wants to get back in the hobby, they'll see that with a steam generator, and they've got a model railway in a box almost. You know, they've got 2 loops of track, a train, and then they go, oh, I've got 2 loops. I can go and get another train to go on the inside loop. It's the start of something, and I think that's a good idea by Hornby. Redbridge Railways, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Clive says, I just got a switcher turned up today and 2 locos in my TMC trunk. Ooh. Clive saying, if the rain stops, I might get the roof done. Very good. You gotta just crack on with it, Clive. Just put a brolly up. Simon says, I've not seen that video. Yeah, I've seen you put a comment on it. I haven't had a chance to respond to it yet. Flat track, good lighting there. Almost looks like daylight. Welcome to the stream, Flat Track. How are you doing? Yeah, I've got a light there and a light here, and plus the normal ceiling lights. I was actually looking on eBay because I want to get a couple of more, because these are traditional. If I swing it in there. Traditional sort of photo lights with like a big bulb in them. I want to get some of those small LED ones with the panels. I've seen Tris on Double O'Neill when he's filming his layout. He's got them. I want to get something like that because I keep banging my head on these as I'm walking around. Leicester Station TMD. Gary, good evening. How are you doing? Oh, has Andrew lost someone? Sorry, I missed that message. Let me just scroll back. Sorry to hear that Andrew's gran passed away on Tuesday. She was 94. Condolences, Andrew. Sorry to hear that. Let's see. Ross had 3 power cuts today. Oh, I can't remember. Did I tell you about this last week? Every so often, the trip goes in this house, which is it's on the sockets, and it went last week. And usually you put it back on and it's fine, but this time it wouldn't go back on. So done the whole thing, unplugged all the sockets, switched it back on. Still tripped. Right, unplug everything in the kitchen. It didn't trip. So I thought, right, time to plug everything in the kitchen and see which makes it trip. And as I plugged in the coffee maker and I went to switch, just as I switched it on, all the lights, everything went out. I was like, well, I swore, I won't say what I said, and I was like, oh no, the main fuse is gone or something's gone. And I thought, hang on a minute. Straight onto Facebook, on the Donegal Town notice board. Anyone else's power gone out? I thought, it's power cut. But it just went off just as I switched it on. One of those coincidences. So it was off for an hour. Oh, Lizzie's off. She's not feeling too good. All right, take care, Lizzie. Look after yourself. That A4 Solvent Pullman set? Yeah, I thought it was a good, because that's the sort of thing someone who's returning to the hobby when they've, had kids, got a bit more space and a bit more income, they look at that and go, well, that's a complete train set with, I can go straight out and buy another engine and put it on. It looks like Hornby have improved the steam unit with the Mark II. I hope they have, because I still haven't figured out why, because I've got the Black 5 there. Some days the steam will work, and other days it won't. I don't know whether it's to do with the temperature of the room, the humidity or anything like that. And I've never figured out why it's like that. Because last year I took it to a show and I thought that'd be great, the kids will love that. All weekend, wouldn't work. And I thought, must be busted. Came back here, put it on my layout, switched it on, started puffing straight away. I was like, why? Hang on, just need a quick swig, wet the whistle. John Holly Summer Breeze, truck and screws have arrived this week, so I can crack on with the next loop. Oh. Alan says, loads of ads popping up on the mobile phone tonight, but not on the TV. Yeah, it seems to be the latest thing that if you're watching this on a mobile, ads keep popping up in the chat. I don't know why. I've looked at the settings. I can't find anything in there. So I don't know what's causing it. And it only seems to be certain people are getting it as well. I don't understand. Andrew says, thanks Mark, after my dad, not easy mate. Yeah, I can understand that. You've been through it a bit recently, mate. Yeah, as John Holly Summery says, look after yourself, Andrew, and we are here for you. You're not alone. Grant Salisbury's in. Good evening, Grant. How you doing? What glue should I use to stick back a Curascale detail that has fallen off? Oh, I would drop a Curascale. Either go onto the website, the chat function, or email, or I even think on their Facebook page, message them and ask them what they would advise. And when you find out, let me know, because I've got a buffer that's fallen off my Curascale. So it'd be good to know what to glue it back on with. Yeah, I wouldn't like to advise someone on something like that, because Different glues react with plastics in different ways. I mean, the best way is maybe put a bit of plastic on, or a bit of glue on the inside and see how it reacts. Yeah, because I wouldn't want to advise something and it destroys your model. That's really odd when that happens, right? Was it me feeling, yeah. Trains, etc. Good evening, Hamish and Tracy. How are you doing, guys? It was good to have you at the club the other night. You blew up the whole village, yeah. How do you use the DCC in the Sovereign train set? I think the idea with that is because it's got the HM7000 chip in there, it comes with a power supply for the track, and you use your phone then to Bluetooth the chip and control the train that way. So I don't think it comes with a DCC system. And it says, don't like pop-up ads. Yeah, it's really annoying. None of us do, so yeah. Flamer says, they're annoying. I don't get them when signed in, but I can remember when I subscribed and it was getting bad then. Flamer says, I was going to say that the sprung buffers aren't so prone to getting damaged, but I forgot our Kurosco's ones are prone to do that. Yeah. I just noticed the other day that it dropped off. Now, I did put it somewhere to keep it safe, to glue it back on. Where that is, I'm not sure. Oh dear. So don't forget to hit the like button for me, share the stream, and if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. And if you've got any questions, pop them into the chat. So the plan for this is, obviously this is the first layer of plaster of Paris. I'm going to have, on this upper level, I'm going to have a little lake with a stream coming out of it that's going to come down onto this level and go under here. And then it's on this side. You can have a little waterfall coming down and then have a little water feature here. Because I thought about, you could bring it down that side, but then it's very hard for people to see, especially if you've got kids, have it coming down here. Because this is why I sort of built it at this height. So it's the right height for children to see. Because I want to get kids into the hobby. And I want them to see that and go, ooh. And I want them to be able to use a tablet or a phone and control the train if they want to. I don't like watching on the phone as you cannot at people, but you can at people on the laptop. Yeah, that is one of the annoying things. Mark, it's not Burns night. I can see a haggis-powered Class 37. Which one is that? When my Clive Newton, my buck jumper arrived, it had a buffer off. I used glue and glaze. And Brian says, consider the like button hit. Thank you very much. Kev says, looking forward to the rebuild Southern Railway Merchant Navy 35028 Clan Line by Hornby on my to buy list. Anyone with any thoughts on the new Hornby stuff? Ross says, I recommend mod rock or plaster cloth. This is all plaster cloth here. I bought a big box of it off of eBay a year or two ago now. It's 6 inches wide and 80 meters long. So that's a lot. And the first box of it, I've just used the last bit of it on here, and that's done 3 or 4 layouts. So I've started this new box. So I'll probably use maybe a third of that box on this layout. but like it has an expiry date on it because it's medical grade stuff. It has to have an expiry date on it, but it doesn't really go off. It can deteriorate over time when in storage, but for the likes of this, it's fine. Asda and Carlisle has Burns Night related stuff. Leslie, do you like haggis, neeps and tatties? The plastic cloth takes paint and such right well. There's the tray cloth and PVA glue option as well. Yes. Alan, Buckland Junction, he uses the J cloth and PVA glue way of doing it. He's got a couple of videos on it, I think. Also, I heard he had a bit of bad luck. He had one of his websites hacked or something and lost access to his Patreon. You won't be live next week? No, I won't be live next week, guys. So I don't know if somebody wants to go live tonight or next week. Just let me know and I'll push it out on my socials to say I'm not on tonight, but so-and-so is. I don't know if RGG Trains want to do one, or if Brian fancies doing another waffle, or somebody out there just wants to give it a go. You don't have to come on and do like an hour or 2 hours. You can just come on and do half an hour. Smoother surfaces can be had with liner paper for walls. Yeah. Haggis, neeps, tatties, whiskey. Maybe a Mars bar for dessert. Will that be a deep fried Mars bar? Scott says, unfortunately, I don't like haggis or neeps. I'm not keen on tatties, to be honest. What? I like haggis and I like tatties. I wouldn't be too fond of the neeps now myself. A wee dram, yes. And maybe not such a wee dram. So, what's everyone else doing on their model railway? Got any more work done on it? I know John and Holly's got his material, so they're going to be getting on with their next loop. Oh, that's almost gone already. Kevin says, I'm in Bristol next week at a Burns Night dinner. Love haggis, pepper and gravy with a single malt. Very nice. Kevin, you know the model shop that's in Portishead. What's it called? They're closing down. I think they're retiring. So if they're open while you're over there, you maybe go along. You might pick up a bargain or two. What are they called? Oh, I can't remember their name. Somebody will know it. Flymo says, I used to like the neeps with butter, but I went off butter. There's no substitute. So it was the pavements, and more pavements. Model Railways Direct, isn't that it? Model Railways Direct in Portishead. Yeah, so that's, if you're over there, Kev, give them a look up. You might get a bargain. So I know they've got some good bargains on their website at the moment. Anthony, the model train outsider. Good evening, Anthony. How are you doing? How's Cayenne? Yeah, look up Railway Model Shop in... Now, they have funny opening hours, from what I remember when I was there. So check out their website. I think they said they were closing end of January or February time, so they might still be open. Leslie's going to be in the Forest Dean next week, post-Christmas break. You'll be going on the Forest Dean Railway. You could always nip across to the Gloucester and Cheltenham Railway? Or is it Cheltenham and Warwickshire Railway? What's it called? Flymer says, I used to like the school dinners. Haggis always seemed just right. The times I had a Swede, it was always pithy and tough. I've never liked Swede or turnip. Oh yes, Anthony, how is Joyce's knee? She had a bit of bother with it. You ended up in the emergency room. I hope she's recovery. Send her my best, please. Valerie Green, good evening, Valerie. How are you doing? Are you going to be displaying at the Bangor show, Valerie? Gloucester and Warwickshire Railway. Yeah, I've been on it a couple of times. One of the best bacon butties I've ever had was on that railway. It might have been because I was really hungry, and everything tastes really good when you're really hungry. I doubt anywhere will be open or running, so a day at Newport Station will do. Yeah, that's true. Actually, this time of year, a lot of the heritage railways don't run, don't they, because it's really quiet. Anthony's fine. Joyce is much more mobile, and Kyan is home with a snow day. Ooh. So does that mean he's home with you, keeping you busy? Have you been out making snowmen? Joyce sprained her bionic knee and her ankle. Swelling is now quite reduced. That's good to hear. Haven't been on the Gloucestershire and Warwickshire Railway, been to the Cheltenham Racecourse Station. Yeah, I think I've been on it twice. Yeah, once I took my brother on it, and it was the first time he'd ever been on a heritage railway and seen a live steam engine. He loved it. And then the second time was with my in-laws, which is maybe 2 or 3 years ago. It's a while since I've been in Bristol. Yes, Flymer says, yes, it's early in the year for some places. Leslie, you could maybe get a shed tour. Just flash your credentials. So don't you know who I am? I'm Leslie Gilpin, the YouTuber. Show me around. And believe it or not, I have seen some YouTubers act like that. And I'm like, what? No, he's at his house. Mum kept him home with the surprise winter blast we had. Pity because steam locos look so much better on frosty days. Yeah. Simon says, I nearly had a snow day last Friday. Buses and trains were cancelled due to the snow, but someone from Asda came out, picked me up, but got me in work an hour and 50 minutes early. Oh well, were you able to start early and claim a bit overtime? Friend introduced me to one of her friends yesterday. He rolled his eyes. As he says, I don't need a tour to see Class 66s. Oh, RTJ Trains still here, just doing some filming in the background. That's right, guys. That's a question. What's the oddest thing someone's ever been doing? No, maybe don't answer that. I was going to say, what's the oddest thing someone's been doing while watching my live stream or one of my videos? Maybe I don't want to know the answer to that. Decided to get breakfast from Costa and started 30 minutes early, so 9:30 to 4 p.m. instead of 10 a.m. to 4:30. Oh, okay. And you get breakfast in Asda, don't you? Does your Asda not have a restaurant? Was it? It's the one in Strabane I go to does, and it's, to be fair, it's a cheap breakfast. It's not bad. Does anyone watch Shedley Wood Model Railway? Don't think that's one I come across. Are you going to? Yeah, I will be at Bangor to see the show. I'm not bringing anything to display. It's taking 2 layouts, a double O and the N gauge. All right, okay. Well, I'll see you there, Valerie. Well, it's not for. Is it the end of March? Still need to ask Laurie about that story when he said, "Do you know who I am?" Heard to pit him in the arse. Yeah, I've been with a couple of YouTubers when they've done that line, and I was horrified and embarrassed, and I was like, I'd never do that. Leslie says, usually editing animals, I think maybe that is the same for G. Irishler, Bally editing. RGJ Train says, yeah mate, 1 bit done, next bit planned. They used to have a cafe, but they changed it to a Costa. Ah. Yeah, the Fine Fair Gateway Summerfield lost its canteen earlier on before it was a gateway. Barry Walker, good evening Barry, how are you doing? Says, good evening all, my daughter-in-law's parents' garden back onto the Gloucester-Warwickshire Railway. Went up there for granddaughter's birthday party. So, Benton Grange and Pendennis Castle passing by. Oh, lovely. I will see that when I'm on a heritage railway, these houses. Oh, I'd love to live in one of those. Because, you know, if it's a heritage railway, it's only going to run at weekends most of the time and maybe during the day, during the summer. And there's never any night. You're not going to get woken up by something rumbling past. Ross says, I love the Pendennis Castle. Oh, I just realised I haven't got it on all messages, so just in case. Right, show me that I got 38 people watching, so don't forget to hit that like button for me. If you've got any questions about this layout, I tell you what, let's put the black 5 on. I think it was Ross requested it. And we will stop. All right, I'm going to use the old hand of God. Try and get this on the track before the other 37 comes around. And I think I still have this on the default address. Yeah. Right. Oh, it stopped. Oh, there we go. Now I discovered at this particular point here, the frog is dead on it. And it must have been when I moved it, I pulled the frog wire off. So I have to get back in there and solder it. So most of my locos can get over it because they've got all-wheel pickup, so I haven't been too worried about it, but eventually, next time I take it apart, I will have to solder that point. So there we go, there's the black 5 going. Now the question is, will it go round or will it derail? Because it was, I think the join is about to go over, was causing some issues. No, it's gone over it fine because I'm watching it. I'll stand over here with my back to it and it'll burst into flames. Right, where are we? Leslie says, on the Gloucester and Warwickshire, I think Broadway is where if you ask the price of a house, you can't afford it. Flymer says, I'd love to live near or next to a heritage or live main line. Always hope to raise the money to buy an old station house, but haven't so far. I knew somebody who bought an old station house on the Derry to Belfast line, and he bought the house on some ridiculous lease or whatever, and there was a clause in the lease that if he wanted, the train would stop on the platform and you could get on it. It wasn't open to the public or anything like that, and they said they used it once because their car was in the garage in Derry, having some repairs done on it, so they rang up Northern Irish Rail and said, oh, can you stop at so-and-so, this train, so I can hop on and go into, and they said, yeah, no problem. So she's waiting on the platform outside her house, the train comes along, stops, she hops on, and away they go again. I thought, wow. J94, Kieran, good evening, how are you doing? Bangor Show is the end of March, same weekend as Model Rail Scotland. Honestly was tempted to go from Scotland to Northern Ireland to do both, but didn't in the end. Oh, you should have, Simon. If you think about it, if you can get flights into Belfast City or International, let me know. I'll come and pick you up. I'll show you the sights. Well, the Bangor Show. Yes, thanks. Try the steam. The only problem with, because I haven't changed the CVs on it, to switch the steam on, you have to have the sound, and it gets quite loud. So let me just put it on for a while to see if it steams. No, it's not steaming. Oh no, it is, a little bit. Is it? I might actually need to put more water in it. I'll give it a couple of loops, see if it starts steaming. You'd be inundated with lowlifes like me. John Holly says, yes, it would be nice to have the bottom of the garden. Just Model Rail Scotland, more likely to be travelling back down Saturday, and may be careful. Camp Hill Station in Birmingham may be opened around that time. John Holly says, lowlifes, is that due to altitude, Andy, or height? And Flymer says, you'd be welcome, Andy. He'd probably end up selling tickets, though. Alan says, it was great to get the Christmas decorations down, all back to normal, but did we get to see Mark's Christmas outside lights? Oh, I've lost a camera. On this one, for some reason. Something went wrong. Hang on, I'll just see if I can put this camera back. There we are. Funny that you mentioned the Christmas lights. I did actually put it up on my channel, but I didn't make it public. So what I'll do is I'll put the link in now. Of course, I got loads of copyright things on it because it's all copyright music. So let me. Oh, I see the model railway guy is live as well. Sorry, I'll get there in a minute. Should usually have this open already, but right, there is the link for the video of my Christmas lights. I need to learn how to video at night a bit better. Hang on. My chat just jumped while I was sorting that out. There we are. So. Fresno Jason, good evening. How are you doing? Very nice setup. Thank you very much. Old Train Outsider. Oh, something you sent to Andy went a bit pear-shaped by the sound of it. Bang out your juncture and Carl Braun. Good evening, Carl. How are you doing? Hope you're keeping well, mate. Kieran says, I'm okay. Thank you, Mark. Flymo, hope everyone is well. Can you do the steam? Right, it's not steaming. So I'm going to turn that off, let it run around for a while. Then I will actually, where did I put my purified water? I'll find that, make sure it's topped up in a minute. Leslie says, I was tempted with the disused station house. Will need a lot of work. Sales details said trains passed once an hour. Make that 2 each way per hour from 5 a.m. Yep, there's Simon saying lost the camera. Yep, it's back now though. That means I'm a good bit behind on the chat now. Valley's 56 Chris, I'm just figuring out how an old US Arthur and DD40 loco I picked up works. 2 motors and a live metal chassis. Super weird. LNR W1, good evening. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're keeping well. Leslie's asking, is that HO, Chris? I had an N1, but it was pretty simple in comparison to get it on the tracks. And Flymer's asking, is that the Cayley sleeper stop at Birmingham, Simon? Saw Jeff Marshall's video on the new Birmingham stop from the 12th of January on that service. And there's a link to the old Facebook page, if you can click that and give that a follow. And Simon says, Flymo, no, Camp Hill line is between Birmingham New Street to Kings Norton, but 3 new stations are being added, Kings Heath, Molesey Village and Pineapple Road. LNR W1 says, hi Flymo, I'm tired but happier now I'm in here. Izzy, 55,000 subs and how many watching? I'd say a lot more watching him than me. 96 watching. Thanks for taking a look after live. Yeah, if you want to click that, open it on another tab and watch it later. Of course, it's good. Some of it's going to be Christmas music. There is a couple of other non-Christmas songs in there, but I'm going to go add even more to it next year. March West Junction, TMD. How are you doing, Andy? Hot Dog Parlor says, Donegal, I had a package do the hokey cokey. Oh, was it one of them going around all over the place? Yeah, you're watching the tracking and go, why is it there now? Platform 7A, Simon Railway. The 425 to Hereford ran from Platform 7A at New Street to Hereford via Camp Hill line in the 1980s. Route 7 Railway, good evening, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? And the RW1. Keeping well and keeping my mouth clean, as Brian Finnerton has told me off enough. Yes, we like a nice clean. The thing is, you never know who's watching and what young minds are watching. Pineapple Road is a wonderful station name, yeah. Timber Surf suggested 2 decoders because of the high current draw. So I'm just figuring out how to essentially make it 2 locos in one body shell so I can assist the DCC. Wow, that sounds complicated. If it's a high current draw, you can get some decoders that are suitable for a high current draw, like the ones they would use on G-scale, that sort of thing, but then it might be too big to fit in the chassis. Simon says, Platform 7A, the Camp Hill line still see passenger trains. Cross-country trains run their Manchester to Bristol, southwest of England services via the Camp Hill. Simon, yes, that's what he did at once a day week services. He got a bus or taxi to achieve it, every station in 7 years, and eventually met Jeff M at the new station on Merseyrail near Kirby. Yeah. I love seeing the trains run on a more scenic layout. Yeah, well, the scenery's getting there. I've started building it, so hopefully you'll see it progress more and more over the next few weeks. Fresno Jason is sitting here watching and listening while making tree amateurs for the layout. Oh, what are you making your tree amateurs out of? Farmer says, watched Bones 2007 Pandolino run from Glasgow, Carlisle, Glasgow this morning. They have some tilt on them, yeah. Valley's Chris says, Tom, that's a great article. We'll print it out and pursue it. It's a bit of ginger cake and tea later. Sorry, peruse it, sorry, not pursue it. In fairness, 8-year-old me would watch the hell out of this. I hope you can't get pizzas on Pineapple Road. Oh, don't start that. We got 7 minutes before the food chat. The old argument, should pineapple be on pizzas? I'm just gonna, yes, here it is. My purified water. I use a big thing of this for the live steam, for the big G-scale loco I have. So I use the same stuff in this. Put that somewhere, now I don't knock it over. I got squirted in the eye with this the other day because my missus came in and picked it up and she just went, psh, and there was water in it. Right, let's let that run around. I'll put the sound on a sec and just see if that's... It took the 3 mils, so there mustn't have been any water in there at all. Right, I'll let that run around a few times and I'll put the sound on again. Simon trains, my friend Tuco Sprinter has had his way. He jumps on the platform and jumps back on and he counts that as his visit. To me, that's just a cheap way of doing it. LNRW1, in, out, shake it all about, yeah. Anybody see the Hornby 2026 range? Yeah, we were discussing that earlier, Kieran. Is there anything on there that takes your fancy? West riding coaches for Andy. Tree amateurs, Jason. Is that trees done with twisted wire? They can be quite nice. Yes, I did a video on making a tree once and I used copper wire and then covered it with, got some brown silicon stuff and covered it in that to make it look like bark. And it actually turned out quite well. You know, sometimes when you make something and you're surprised yourself about how good it looks. March West Junction. Andy says, the Railroad Class 60 sounds interesting with working lights and upgrade mechanisms. Yeah. I don't think he has a channel. Simon was very different approach to me. The coffee lady on the train was having a chat. I don't know if I could cope with that tilt. I take trains to avoid the travel sickness. I think the whole idea of the tilt, if it's working properly, you don't notice it, and you don't. It wouldn't, shouldn't make you sick. I think I said to Simon when I was last got a train in the UK, and he said, "Oh, that's going to be a Voyager, commonly known as the vomiter." He wasn't far wrong. They are very small seats. Could feel everything, and I did feel queasy on it. And I was only going from, where was I going? I went through, I must have been going to Birmingham. Because I got it from Bristol to Birmingham, I'm sure. Hokey pokey for young'uns like me, but it was close and also definitely separate and quite different meaning phrase, so I was a bit baffled. Simon says, I'm tempted to do a video of me delivering a pizza from Ham Street to Pineapple Road as a jokey video. Do it. Kieran says, I saw the blue Ginty. I thought it was an old Hornby E2 model. Freeze Jason, I am indeed using 12GA multi-strand wire, leftover wire from long ago. That was leftover from a job I was working on. Boss let me take it as it wasn't enough for future jobs and was to be tossed. Oh, and there the camera's gone again. You know, some weeks this just works fine, and then other weeks, like it's StreamYard that's having a fagary this week. There we go. LNRW1's got 99 missed calls. By the way, the pizza that I'd be delivering to the stations would be a ham and pineapple pizza by using trains. Give us a toot toot when it's working. Oh yeah, let's put the... oh no, that's the... there we are. It's working. So obviously it just needed some water. And yes, it did have water in it when I was taking it to the show. There, I'll let it run around for a while with the steam going. I won't keep it going too long because I know that can be quite a noisy background noise for people. Hot dog pilot Andy, NERW1, I had a package in the post that was a hot potato. I couldn't quite decide where it should be. And the RW1 thinks you're being a bit controversial with these topics on the pizza. I was watching an old BR training video from 1989 where the research centre at Derby or somewhere trialled this alarm for alerts to track workers on oncoming trains and sections. There was a report in the news this week on Irish Rail that there was a lot of instances last year with near misses with people linesmen working on the line, where they were working by themselves, which I didn't think was allowed. I thought you had to have a lookout with you when you're working on a live railway. Maybe it is allowed in Ireland, but... Tony Northeastern, good evening Tony, how are you doing? It's a very, very busy in the house tonight. Anthony says, Roku just dropped a monster catalogue for 2026. I just finished editing my video, even cutting out a lot of chin wagging. It was 50 minutes. Wow. Camera 3 gone again. Yeah, I think I got it back. Tony says, hello Tom, hi Clive. It's great to watch others messing around with trains. Yeah, the camera is not happy. It's I restarted the phone because it wasn't working properly. Restarted the phone, and then it seemed like it ran for about half an hour before it just decided, nah. But that will work fine some weeks, and other weeks it won't. Leslie says, strange, I've had some comfy rides on Voyagers, but that was a slow line. Yeah, I just find that the seats are very narrow, so the person sat next to me was very close. And it just felt like there was potholes in the rails, the way it would just judder and just get... Yeah, it wasn't very pleasant. Bristol Birmingham, was it for the NEC? Yeah, I think it was. I think, yeah, it must have been, because I remember I got the train to where I was going, obviously. So it would have been the NEC because there's a train station there. Yeah. And Kieran says the vomit come at stink vial. And he says Simon Trains Motor Railway. Oh. Oh, hang on a minute. What's going on? Why is everything derailed? What happened there? Well, 37 derailed, shorted everything out. Right, the sound's gone off now on the Black 5. I'm going to leave it off now before it starts annoying too many people. Where was I? Simon Trade's food chat. Is it 8:30? Oh dear. Anyone who's new to the channel, for some reason after 8:30 we start talking about food. So you get model railways and food here on a Thursday evening. Marsh was trying to be noticing you sharing his videos on the Facebook group. I did put on the sound there, Ross. There's a link to my channel, so anybody who's new here, click that link and subscribe, please. That Black 5 whistle, yeah. Thank you, Mark West. I've been taking some time out from the build. It's just relaxing watching Mark's live stream. Thank you very much, Tony. Is the upper smaller layer N scale or one of the European scales? It is 009, so it's using N scale track, so 9mm track, but in 00 gauge. And what that is representing is the County Donegal Railway, which ran predominantly towards the end of its existence diesel rail cars. The one that's going around there at the moment is a model of Railcar 4. And I'll tell you what, I will actually take that one off and put one of the other ones on. I'll wait for it to come around here. Ooh. Didn't do it any good. And what I'll do is I'll put it over here so people can see it, and I'll put on a Railcar 18. Down a wee bit. So that's a model Railcar 18, which is still in existence and is running on the Fintown Railway. So you can actually take a ride on that one during the summer. Right on cue, the mention of Monster Pizza comes with pineapple. Oh, is Rail Videos NI. Good evening, Matthew. How are you doing? Only on train related, buses aren't my thing. Well, Rail Videos NI, Matthew, he's into his trains and buses. How much did you pay for your Black 5? Oh, you've never asked that question on a live stream. You never asked me how much things cost. My missus could be watching. And the answer I give whenever she comes in and goes, that looks new. What, that old thing? I've had that for ages. I've been collecting model trains before I met you. As Flyber says, like, share and subscribe please folks if you aren't already. So thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, let other people know you're watching boring trains and people talking about pineapple on pizza. Sparky 107. Hi, how you doing, Sparky? Anybody who wants to drive a train on Sparky's model railway, you can go to, is it Canadian Logistics? And you can drive a train on Sparky's layout. I'm sure someone could find the link for me and pop that up for me. I did have a go the other day, but I couldn't get the damn thing to move. I couldn't figure out what way to move it. I did successfully drive one on Canadian Logistics layout, but I couldn't get the one on Sparky's to move. Larry says, it's been a while since I had some free time to watch here. Well, you're very welcome, Sparky. I hope you're keeping well, mate. Oh. I think I've already answered that, Tony. That is 009 Donegal rail car. Ian O'Brien, 6908. Hello all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Oh, I need a drink. Oh, down to the last drop. Was it a time when you were working for Pete Waterman that weekend with the Making Tracks layout? Yes, it was. It was that weekend. The most terrifying time I've ever had operating a model railway. But it was fun though. At the time, operating a world record beating model railway. Ivo, good evening. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Has the food chat alarm already sounded? Yes, we're after 8:30 now. We're all into the food chat. Weetabix. Do you have 37425 concrete bob? No, I don't. Andy's had beef in black bean sauce with rice. And last week I went and I didn't go for the cob, I went for the bacon and egg sandwich, which I will probably go for again tonight, because I haven't had my tea yet this evening. Platform 7A has had pizza, chips and beer. Leslie had a sausage butty. Couldn't be arsed to cook tonight. 37425 concrete bob has Sir Robert Knight Alpine's nameplate on the other side. Oh. Mark has a small collection of them. Yes, there you can see that's railcar 4. That is railcar 18. And then I will show you railcar 10. Oh, went wrong way. So, hang on. Maybe if I put it in my hand, you can see it a bit better. There we go. That bus thing is speeding around like a fun fair attraction. Yeah, it does look like it's going a bit fast. I will turn it down a notch. Sparky's going to be posting a video soon, so get over and subscribe to Sparky if not already. I believe Sparky is in Canada running a HO layout. My money is railcar 18. Am I that far behind on the chat? Right, I'm going to start whizzing through the chat, so if I miss your question or anything, do post it again. Still watching, need a break from ripping out the old stuff. Oh, is Anthony off? He's probably gone now by the time I say it. Bye, Anthony. If anyone's interested, our first running day of the year at Whitehead will be on the 31st of January with our XCIE Class 141 GM number B142 doing the short train ride within our platform area. Very good. I think our Model Railway Club, sometime during this, it's going to be the summer, we're going to take a run up to Whitehead. So hopefully we can arrange that you'll be there one of those weekends, Matthew, and we can meet up. Ivor says, the weekend surprise is schnitzel on Saturday. I usually eat that on holiday trips only. Andrew says, got 37425 ages ago. And Platform 7 had pineapple on his pizza tonight. John Holly, Mark, just say it cost £5. You won them on an eBay auction. John, she would check my eBay. And there'd be that, where she go, and there's the link Matthew's put up there for their running day. Oh, can't write, whoa, sorry, Sparky says, can't drive the train at the moment, it's under maintenance. We'll be back and running soon, we hope. Okay. But if someone can put a link up to Canadian Logistics, and it will show you when it's live, and you should be able to drive the train on Canadian Logistics layout as well. Tommy's mozzarella pizza, spicy meat feast with anchovies. Oh. Yeah, free Jason, Fresno Jason has put the link up there. Someone will have to, one of the moderators have to copy that and make it a clickable link. Yeah, Sparky's layout is pretty awesome. So he's running NC, E-Control and Diesel Locos American. He also has a Phoenix Class 37. I don't know if he's still got that. You see that going around the layout in odd time. Because when he was over in the UK, I think he got it. Oh, there he says, I do have a couple of UK locos, need to get them out again. There's the link. Thanks, Flymo. Nice one. I'd like to get over there to see the Whitehead set up and down to Donegal sometime. You're very welcome, Flymo. Yeah, I will keep you informed, Matthew, when we're coming up. I'd say it's not going to be summertime anyway. Ross says, was that your railway in Whitehead? Yeah, it is a nice railway and there's a nice museum there. Oh, Tony's off. Thanks for checking in, Tony. You can still run on Darren's layout though, yeah. And there's Darren's, there's the link for Darren's layout. Oh, I think I've caught up with the chat. Oh, might possibly be planning a wee trip to Donegal at some point, either in the spring or the summer. Well, let me know, Matthew. I'll give you the tour around the museum. Any words, everyone? I'd like to implement that on my garden railway. And there is a link to Tony's channel. Do check out Tony. He does some very good modelling. Some very good scratch builds and things like that. He's an excellent modeler. Planning to have it all signalled and possibly have track circuits. Oh, very good. So we're coming up to 10 to 9. I think I've caught up with the chat, so if I've missed any questions, now your chance to put them back in again. And I'm going to crack open the Sprite Zero Sugar as I've finished off the Dr. Pepper. There's a very satisfying clickety-clack when it goes over that join in the baseboard there. A tour of the museum could make a nice video for the channel. Yeah, well, we can do a collab thing on that if you want, Matthew. Sean Holly, we need to type faster. Mark's caught up with us. Ross says, have my peppercorn A2 flying around. Very good. RG Chain, I have a question. Can you turn back time? Oh, lads. I'm very interested in becoming a driver on the big railway, so real railway operations fascinate me. Why every so often Airm Road Aaron do advertise for drivers? Mark, which ferry services still exist and take normal cars between mainland Europe and Ireland? You have one that goes from, most of them go from Rosslare. So you've got Rosslare to Bilbao in Spain, Rosslare to Cherbourg, also Dublin to Cherbourg. Other than that, you're getting the land bridge, so Dublin to Holyhead through the UK, either Channel Tunnel or ferry service, and same Rosslare to Fishguard or Pembroke. You also have Dublin to Liverpool, Belfast to Liverpool, Belfast to Stranraer, is it? Is that where it goes now? Or is it Larne? No, I think it's Belfast. Yeah, Stena and Irish Ferries operating out of North and South Wales, yeah. Also hope to visit Fintime when we're down Donegal. They usually don't start up to, they might be doing something over Easter, but usually they start back from June. They run over the summer. Oh, there's a link to Sparky's channel. Cork ferry also to France and Spain. Is that running again? Because every so often they seem to announce a ferry running from Cork and then the next thing it's not running anymore. Ferry services no longer serve Stranraer. Yeah. So it's not Stranraer, it's somewhere else, isn't it? Obviously it's somewhere else. I can't think of the name. Come on, Matthew, let me know. Carrine, that's it, yeah, because Stranraer is the one where it should go in because they got a train station, whereas Conrail doesn't have a train station. I think Stranraer has long since closed, yeah. We have 2 ferry connections to the UK here at Newcastle and Hull. Yeah, Carnryan is now where they all go into. I think Stranraer closed a good few years ago. Oh, I need to put this in the wash. It's got a bit of plaster of Paris on it. I've done a bit of this earlier on. It's all quite dry now, but I'm going to have to mess around with this bit here because I'm going to change it a little bit. 173 euros, France to Ireland. With car, 1 person. Yeah, trains run to Stranraer Pier, but no ferries connect to, yeah. I was at Stranraer during the summer. It was very sad to see the railway and station looking pretty run down, as well as the service has not been very frequent. Well, I suppose if there's no ferry coming in anymore, it'll just fall into dilapidation and they'll go, oh, there's no one using this line, we'll have to cut it. It's like, Fresno Jason, one more armature for this batch. My 4-year-old has been hassling me about getting to the paint stage of the armatures. Feed their imagination, Jason, while they're young. Get them into the hobby. And then when they turn teenagers, they'll probably lose interest. But then they'll come back to it when they're older, when they get kids of their own. I was actually... my daughter, Anna, we were chatting about where we used to live, where I had a layout in the attic. And she would have been about 4 or 5 at the time, and she said she hated going up the ladder into the attic, but she loved being up there playing with the trains, but it was just terrifying for her going up and down the ladder. Because when you think of it, she was only like 2.5 foot, something like that, and it's like 8 foot up the ladder and then having to come back down it. Well, that's a lot cheaper compared to the night ferry to Newcastle. Well, I'm looking at getting the ferry over to the UK, and of course, the only time I can go is the end of July, which is peak time, so it's peak expensive. And I think for me and another adult and a child, it was something like €300 one way. Rana, well, I heard talk of ScotRail looking at possibility of closing the Stranraer line. Yeah. Well, that's good planning, though. I haven't used Stranraer since the 70s. Yeah, because I was looking at getting the ferry over and getting the train, but then when I looked at it, it was, well, you have to get the bus from Carmrind into Glasgow, and I thought, oh, I hate getting the bus. Hello, Mini Fresno. Tom says, I find coming down the ladder more terrifying. Oh, I do. I have Thomas and friends in Enskale, which is what I do. I have had them since her siblings were kids. My Thomas, James, Henry and Percy are all about 10 years old now and still run like flawless. That's very good. That's what I done with my kids, is they all had Thomas engines, so they all had their own. Now Anna was Bill, Jennifer was Ben, Rachel was Emily, Mark was Gordon, Nicola was Thomas, I was Percy, the missus had James, and we also had Duck and Davy Steezel and Henry and Edward, which were some of the cousins. I have them all somewhere. I do occasionally do a Thomas running session. So they're all hardwired for a DCC, so they can run on here. DFDS does day trips for the Newcastle Amsterdam service. Takes half an hour by bus to actually get to Amsterdam from the port. Well, that's not too bad, half an hour. I suppose there's a time to serve, and they cut out a lot of railway from the southwest too, yeah. There's link 4. Buying got your junction, Carl Bond. You get the bus from Carnrow to R and train from... All right, okay. I used to use the fast ferry from Larne to Troon. That one's been cut too. Yeah, I think the fast ferries, they did have them, they were going through a phase of having them, but I think they were just too expensive to run. And then they couldn't run all the time because if there was any sort of rough weather, they couldn't run. So they just didn't work out economically, and you were, in the grand scheme of things, you were saving an hour. Earl says, the buses in Children are wild, rocking everyone. It's getting whiplash. For my 4-year-old daughter's older sister, led her to not being quite the accomplished live steam engineer. It says, best fast ferry service I've used was the Volstock Hydrofor from Lingen to Amsterdam. We would love the chance to do a tour of Ireland, but we're saving for London and something special this year. Ooh. Yeah, well, if you ever come over this side, give me a buzz. I can fit an air mattress down here. You can sleep in the layout room. Fresno Jason, my Thomas is DCC. I need to get to the rest yet. Thomas was always the most requested, so he was the first, yeah. Actually, Donegal Railway, do you know a good place to learn about DCC hardwiring? I'm going to DCC on new layout, but I have 70s Hornby and Lima stuff, so I need to hardwire them. I've done a couple of videos on those. If you search through my back catalogue, decoder fitting or something like that, I've done, I think it was a Lima 37 I did. In fact, where is it? Oh, where's it gone? Now you mentioned that. Where is it? It was a green, BR green Lima 37. It must be still in a box somewhere. That means I've possibly got a box of locos somewhere. Huh. It's linked to Tom Houston's channel. Right, they're supposed to be bringing the Stena Cat back to us. Are they? Oh. The fast ferry was also a bit of a vomit comic. Very strange motions towards the stern. Yeah, I think the first time my missus came to Ireland, we got that ferry. And it was touch and go whether they would sail or not because of the weather, but they decided to go. I was grand. I fell asleep. I woke up to find my missus gone. Her handbag left beside me. Nobody else around. Even the crew were all in the toilet storing their guts up. It was that rough that some of the bulbs started popping out of the light fixings. I was fine on it, but yeah, so, and I didn't see my missus until we docked. I usually see those catamaran things in the Med, yeah. Great, your guides are easy to follow, so I was hoping you've done one. Yeah, I have done one. And of course, if you've got any questions when you're in the live stream, just ask. And if I can, I'll show you one. Or if you message me beforehand, say you're stuck on something, then I can maybe have it ready to show you on the live stream. Thanks very much. A video on automated water wing shuttle coming soon. Is that offer for sleeping in Drumbo still available? I'm sure we can arrange something. Bring your own sleeping bag. We did have people staying in our carriages once. They were doing a display, and they said it's all right if we sleep because they, they're worried about getting broken into and the stuff. And I said, yeah, if you want to sleep. They had sleeping bags, and we gave them the key to the toilet, and they were happy out. Matthew says, Rail Videos and I, unfortunately the fast ferry that Stena operated from Belfast, the HSS, were pretty much a failure of their own success, which resulted in them getting rid of them. Oh, there's a link to Trainomatic. I was saying RGJ, you should try to get a ride on the HSB steam train while they still run steam. Oh heck, now I'm going to have to make it. There's a link to Lizzie's Railways. Hair tied back or just on a frazzle mark? What was that referring to? P&O operated a fast ferry from Larne, but they've now sold the ship to another company. That's no problem, LERW1. There's Darrow's locomotive shed link. I tell people they can sleep in the layout room all the time. It's from SUI stock, that's very kind of, no problem. I had a couple of people stay over, but let them stay in the spare room. There are other chip manufacturers, yes. Dave Bell, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're keeping well. You all have a place to stay if you come this way. Ever know Sparky? I might pay you a visit someday. I would love to go around different places in North America and Canada and is it the lower 48? Mind you, I'd love to go to Alaska as well. And Hawaii. Not meeting your wife. Oh, right, yeah. Just don't come all at once. One of the Dutch Museum Railways sold a surplus wagon to use as a hotel. One of the few 6-axle sleepers still left in Europe. Oh. Fresno Jason, Sparky, I would have to stay in the spare room, otherwise I'd be up all night running trains. Yeah, I think that's what would happen as well. Take the leap, plan a trip and just do it. Leamington Station, Graham, good evening. How are you doing, sir? I haven't seen anything come up on your channel for a while. What have you been up to, mate? I'm just going to go over and check now and make sure I haven't been unsubscribed from your channel. Oh, no, I'm in the wrong. That's where it should be. Go to channel. No, still subscribed. It's a year since you put a video out. What have you been at? Hope everything's all right with you, mate. Tom says there used to be a carriage in the field around here. I haven't seen it for a while. So Leslie's done Hawaii, done Alaska, still to do the Northern Territories on Nunavut. There's a link to RTJ trains. Where can I get the Black 5 and how much is it? It's a Hornby Black 5 with the steam generator. And in fact, in the new releases, they are releasing different running numbers, different versions of it. So have a look at the Hornby and then use your model shop of choice to get it. So I always, when I'm buying stuff, I always try and get it from a model shop. If I can get it from my local model shop, he's very good, he'll order stuff in. I will get it there to keep my model shop going. If he can't get it, then I will try and use one of the bigger model shops to get it from, and if not, then I have to go direct to the manufacturer. And just remember, the model shop I use in Enniskillen, Modeller's Corner, because they're in Northern Ireland, they can ship stuff to Europe because they're still in the customs union. So if you want anything from Hornby or anything like that, that's a way of getting it. Just look up Modeller's Corner on Facebook in Enniskillen. Drop them a message if there's something you want. Message them, and they'll do their best to help you out. There's Hot Dog Bartlett's channel. Take the leap, like Sparky says. Alaska is gorgeous. We did a 7-day Alaska cruise back in 2024. My wife didn't care for the rough seas being Alaska, otherwise she loved the scenery. See, I would love to do trips like that. My biggest problem is money, because I currently have 3 of my children in college. So I'm going to be broke for at least the next 4 years. I have one finishing college this year, but then I have another one starting college next year. So I have one studying psychology, one studying social care, one studying law, and then this one is hoping to go on and do mental health nursing. So they're all doing 4-year degree courses. So yeah, I have very little money for the next few years. I haven't posted for a while now. I'm a bit addicted to Farming Simulator at the moment, but it's all good here. I know somebody who actually got an old farming, an old tractor cab and set up a simulator in that. He had the seat, the steering wheel, the pedals, everything, the screen. Farming sim, I just look out the window and get it in real time. Yeah, well, I'm the same here. Like I've got farmer all around me. Scott says, I do the same, Mark. Local model shop first, then one of the bigger online stores, and lastly manufacturer direct. Yeah. You're not cheap, the old colour stuff. No one doing engineering. No. The other's done a science degree. She's out of college now. Psychology, social care, and law and mental health nursing is the next one. Look on the bright side, your kids will be loaded and pay for your whole retirement. Yeah. They'll find the cheapest home they can and shove me in there. There's a link to Leslie's channel. Do check out Leslie's channel. He does some great videos on rail fanning. Usually in Carlisle, isn't it? Well, you never know where he'll end up doing filming, to be honest. Oh wait, I am a farmer. Need to do a cross between GTA and farming simulator, do some cattle rustling. I've just sent you a photo on Facebook. Oh, hang on. My phone did. Oh my God. It's all right if I show that, Graham? That is ridiculous. Oh, you off, Matthew? Real videos and I take care. Catch you again. Right, I'll just hold it up to the camera here. Oh, where are you? You see it? That is Graham's setup there. Ah, dear. Yeah. As Kev says, support your model shops because once they're gone, they're gone. Matthew's off, so right to him. Oh well, you'll be set for any legal device. Grand theft tractors. Yeah, oh my God, Graham, you've gone the whole hog, yeah. Sorry, he says, I don't even have room in the shed for that kind of layout. Yeah, it's a bit mad. Oh dear. Oh, caught up with the chat again. So, anybody got any plans for this weekend? Obviously, you know what I'm doing. I'm going to be carrying on with the scenery to get the backboards for the rest of this done as well. So I'll try and get them done over the weekend if I can. It says, and why not, Graham? I would have the same if I get the extra cables. First one, my PC setup is like that, but for flight sim. I used to have a flight sim setup. I had the yoke and the throttles and the pedals. I used to be a commercial pilot at one point. I used to teach people to fly. So I find it flight sim very handy for keeping my IR rating in check and practice on that. And for when I was learning to do IR as well. IR is instrument rating, or I follow roads for IFR. This weekend I'm sleeping. I hate to say, but that's only half the desk. Other half is the Mrs. Battle Station, not as big. Okay, Ross is heading off. Just remember, I won't be here next week. So if anybody wants to do a stream, let me know and I'll let everyone know on my socials. Fresno Jason, house and yard cleaning this weekend, plus working on the wife's car. Ooh. I've got a load of logs I need to stack as well, so I've got to sort that out. Sparky, yeah, I have a lot of work to do on the second level, full rip out and redo. So work on that, I hope. Fresno, I have that and the MCP FCU and the FMC CDUs. Also part of the sim team in the IR743 cockpit turn sim. Oh, very good. Alan Reynolds, Buckland Junction. Good evening. How are you doing, Alan? Oh, a bit later back from the pub tonight than usual. Usually in about 8:30. Must have been an extra pint, was there? Sorry to hear about the trouble you've had with your Patreon and someone hacking your website. That's pretty out of order. Scott Wood's hoping to get more of my turn scene completed, plus finish the last between the tracks, grass and work done. Very good. As Flymer says, it was looking good before Christmas there. Sparky saw Dave Scott over amongst others, Darren and all, yeah. Did you go to Getz this year, Mark? How was it? No, I didn't go to Getz. I had a very busy last year. I ended up going to Disneyland Paris twice and on a cruise. So I was not allowed to go anywhere else. And that's another reason why I'm broke as well, because last year was such a big year of travel. Alan White, any chance of a side view of the landscape? Yeah, I'll take the mobile. It's not finished yet now. This is only the first layer, and I have to make some changes to it. So don't. So there at the bottom left, you can see. So I have yet to. Let me just put the change this a bit here. So I'm going to make the river go under here and build this up a bit more. So the river will come down, there'll be a lake up here, it'll come down, a bit of a waterfall come down under the railway, waterfall coming down here into a water feature under the viaduct. So I thought I could have the waterfall at the back, but then that's all right if you're an adult, you can see it and all looks great, but when you're a kid and you're down here, you want to be able to see everything. So, and then it just goes into up to a bit of an embankment and up. And so this landform will sort of carry on up. So a bit more work to be done on it. Oh, the bus has stopped. How long has that been stopped for? There is a lawnmower simulator, but I got enough of my own. Pete Hermitage Rose probably running pannier tykes this weekend. Very good. Alan says, no pub today, so we're making it up tomorrow. Clive says, I'm working on shed build sim. A well-travelled man. Yeah, well, there was a lot of stuff happened last year, so. Simon says, Alan, a pub on Friday does sound good. Clive says, it's all AI, Andy. It's still really a muddy hole. How are you going to get the water across the railway line? Well, it's going to go under it, Simon. Experts out there, please. Most of you know the old ATP that never really runs. Is she going to run on radius 3 or does it have to be 4? Most stuff is designed to run on radius 2, but certainly radius 3 is better. So I would have thought, correct me if I'm wrong out there guys, but I would have thought it would run fine on radius 3 and even better on radius 4. There's a link for Chris, Valleys 56. Clive. Alan says, I'm working on the Buckland Junction website tonight. Can I post a web link so peeps can go and watch after your stream? Yeah, let me just give you the spanner, Alan, and then you can. Oh, hang on, where are we? Oh, there's Flyman's got the link up. But is there going to be a bridge underneath or it will be hidden? No, there'll be a bridge. So, there's going to be, the scenery up here is going to be a lake with a stream coming off it that's going to come on down here, sort of a waterfall, and I'm going to change this now, break this up. So there's going to be a bridge here, so it's going to go under the river here and then come down into the valley here via a waterfall. She's got a big nose. Our Deltic never really ran 3. Yeah, it probably would run on 3 better. Oh, there we are. Flymer says the APT was advised to be radius 3 minimum and radius 4 advised. There we go. Oh dear, anyone else hearing that? Was there some interference on the mic? Because it's not showing us it's fully charged and working. Is it me or is the stream making weird noises? I don't know, Mark. How to, it could have been, I've noticed the top right picture is flickering, which is running on the computer, the main laptop that is running the stream. So I don't know what's going on. Could be getting to it's We're coming up to the 2-hour mark now anyway, so it could be just that it's... Yeah, because the camera seems to be trying to focus, and every so often there's lines appearing on it. Beat Boxer in Donegal tonight. It was interference, it's fine now. Alan says, hi to everyone, sorry not answered you. I see many hellos, so hi chaps. The website is Buckland Junction own, not YouTube, thanks. Yeah, you've got the spanner there, so you want to post a link to it. And like I said, I've been hearing the interference on and off for a while when not watching. Has the interference been on all night, or is it just in the last sort of half an hour? Canadian Locomotive Logistics has my layout up and running again. It's a bit slow for now, but running. Oh well, it lasted well, Mark, getting a bit hot now. Yeah, it might be, because obviously that laptop is over where the radiator is, so it's going to be getting a bit warm. And of course the laptop was on for at least an hour before the stream started. There's the link to Canadian Locomotive Logistics. No recent interference here. Last half hour indigestion with the food chat. Interference for about a minute. It seems like your voice cuts in and out, almost like you're gargling. I wonder if, because obviously I'm wearing a radio mic, I'm just wondering if there's been something interfering with it when I walk over there, because there's a laptop and a computer over there. Maybe that's what it is. It was just for a few minutes, right? Did you notice, was the interference when I was sat over there by that computer? Was that when the interference was? Ian O'Brien, interference only happens when you interact with your PC. Right, got a couple of minutes yet. I'm just going to test it. I'm going to go over there and just let me know if when I'm over here it interferes. So I'm over by the PC now. Let me know if it starts making. So if there's any interference with it. Right, and now I'll walk away. Oh, Alan's put the link up to his website, so check it out, guys. Of course not now, it's fine now. Oh well. All right, so something was just unhappy for a few minutes. Who knows? Something was interfering with it. Could have been a US spy plane flying overhead, maybe. Because when you're messing with the PC, all I did was click a link. Anyway, we're coming up to almost 9:30, so I'm going to finish now in the next 2 minutes. As I say, I won't be on next week because my missus has an appointment in Galway, which means I won't be back in time to do the stream. So, Rob, Grace, if you want to do next Thursday, let me know and I'll publish it, or anybody else on there wants to do a live stream, let me know. I'll push it out in the socials. But I will be back the week after, and the video out on Saturday will be the start of this. I'm already making some changes to it from that video, so this is going to be the video for the next couple of weeks, is doing this. the same time, I'm probably going to start ballasting the rest of it as well. I'm not going to video that because I've already done a video on this section, and I've 4 or 5 videos on ballasting at this stage. Yeah, maybe the earth on the peak. Could be. If a US spy plane was overhead, you wouldn't see or hear it and couldn't do much about it anyway. Yeah. Oh, Martin O'Keefe, you're in, are you? Hi, Martin. How you doing? So there we are. It's 9:30. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I won't be here next week. Video out on Saturday, and there should be a video out on the following Saturday as well. If I get back at a reasonable time Thursday, I might pop on for a little while, but I don't think I'm going to be back probably to after 10 o'clock at night, something like that. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I will finish the stream now, and I will see you in the other streams or in a couple of weeks. So take care, everyone. Enjoy your modelling over the weekend, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye for now.